You're now live.
Hey, welcome back again. This is take 3. Oh my goodness, what a morning we have. We just had a little bit of Wi-Fi interruptions today. That's what happens after a bushfire. There's nothing seems to be stable anymore. But anyway, we'll carry on. So I was just introduction before was I was talking about, a lot of people asked me about how to make tinctures, how to make herbal infusions, what's the best method to extract all those components out of herbs. So there's no straight answer to that. You have to research your herb that you want to use. You want to work out what is it that you want to get out of it, and then find out the best method of extraction. So, and there's loads of information out there. So, go Google. Google's awesome. So there's the sort of extractions you can have, sort of tinctures that you can get, that you can make out of things like universal solvent. You can make it out of vodka, quite expensive but very quick, and apple cider vinegar. So that's how I extract a lot of my herbal compounds, is through an apple cider vinegar tincture. They suit a lot of the herbs that I'm using. I also use fresh herbal infusions, and I also use dried herbal infusions. So this is our stinging nettle. It's gorgeous. It's dry. So I use stinging nettle in a lot of my skincare, because even though stinging nettle has got the sting, hence the name, it's actually, the sting in it this is a fun fact, has got the same chemical compound in it as a bull ant bite. So, which is just blows your mind, isn't it, Greg? It's the same acid in it. So, but when you harvest it, it changes. The chemical compound changes, and it turns into basically, it turns into, well, it calms the skin down. What's the word I'm looking for? So,
Antidote?
what's that?
Antidote?
Anti-inflammatory. So it turns into an anti-inflammatory. It goes opposite, which is just, nature is awesome. So that's why I put it into my cream, because it's anti-inflammatory. So it's great for puffiness. It's great for really puffy eyes. It's great to put into, what I actually like to do too, is to make a fresh or a dried infusion, and then get makeup pad removers. I've got a couple of cotton ones over there I was going to bring over, and you can soak it in there once it's all chilled, and you pop it on your eyes, and that will really help with the puffiness around the eyes.
Like the old cucumbers.
Like the old cucumbers, exactly. So I'll show you how to do that, so you can deal with your own puffiness of your eyes. And also how to make an infusion that's really good for you to drink as well. So I like to use mason jars, and the whole reason I like to use a mason jar is because they have, you can put boiling hot water in them without them exploding too much. Thanks for putting the water back on. You need to use the water fairly hot. So I like to use a funnel. Make sure you tear the funnel off. And I'm just using a cheap, digital scale. So the recipe is 30 grams of your dried herb. So 30 grams of your dried herb to a litre of water. So, and we use our water is actually rainwater.
Yeah, filtered rainwater.
Filtered rainwater, and we catch it in a stainless steel tank, actually, which is really cool. I don't like plastic tanks. Plastic tanks are, they get really hot and they can leach BPA into your water, which you don't want. So ours is in a stainless steel tank down at the lab and here. So quite simply, just pour it in. How easy is this? Just pour it in, make sure you get it all wet. And give him a little bit of a stir. Get it all down there. You want them all to fall to the bottom. Smells amazing. Some people don't like the smell of it, I do. Alright, and then you just fill him up. Oh, get it in the jar. Now, you want to get it up to the top. You don't want to have much of an air pocket because it can start to ferment. And just simply put the lid on. And there she is, a beautiful herbal infusion. Now, we want this to sit for at least 24, even 30 hours. In the fridge, we want this to chill right down. We want it to be really, really cold when you drink it. So you strain it and you drink it. And you can drink about a litre of this a day. And see, and this is the thing too. This is where you've got to have your research, because our Western brains, we drink a lot of black tea, and a lot of black tea, of course, you have to strain it off really quickly. Like, it's a quick infusion or else it goes really bitter. So we've kind of taken that philosophy with herbs, but it's not the case. You have to, there is a longer infusion that you need for herbs to get this sort of thing, to get all the right components out. So, what stinging nettle is good for? So it's got an amazing amount of vitamins and minerals, like we're talking A, B, C, right through to K. The main one that we're chasing in here is iron. So iron, this is an amazing form of iron. I don't know if you've taken the iron tablets or iron supplements, but they can go through you like a ton of bricks. It's not very pleasant. And like the best way is to, to take it in something wholesome like this. And it also, helps with stress, helps with anxiety as well. If you're really low in iron, if you're probably quite anxious as well, and maybe a little bit stressed out too, it's great for calming all that down. So, and it's a really good winter drink too. Fresh stinging nettle, I would more use in a soup. It's a better way to use fresh stinging nettle. For this sort of infusion, definitely dried. You can make a vinegar tincture out of it, but I prefer to use this one in a long infusion. So pop him in the fridge, get him nice and cold, and strain it, and then drink it, and you can have up to a litre a day. And that's about it. I want to show you our persimmons. We did a big harvest of persimmons yesterday. We also did a harvest of our mandarins are coming in. Look at our mandarins. Can you see that? Yay! And our apples, the last of our apples actually. I mean, they're not very pretty, but oh my gosh, they are absolutely divine.
We've had a heap of currawongs. We got like 100 currawongs who sort of take that up roost around the place, and they got into the orchard net, didn't they?
Well, they do, but that's because we haven't fixed the
fire.
fire.
Haven't repaired it from the fire.
No, there's a great big burn hole in it. Well, half of it's basically melted. But anyway, that's enough from me. If you've got any questions about this particular infusion, please don't hesitate to give us a DM. Greg, is there any questions?
No questions, Dale.
No questions. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll talk to you next time.